So I think what I'm going to try and do is talk kind of loudly and then not do a commentary on the video unless something interesting happens, and in which case I'll do a commentary on it. But for you guys, I'm willing to look like a complete idiot and cycle around with the camera on talking to myself. That's okay. And I'm just pulling into Additions now. Ta-da! This is Additions. And I don't start work for another 7 minutes, but we just go in there and see if they've got many orders on. And the good thing about it, free coffee.
It's working. How do you turn it on?
Just press it.
Can you press it?
Yeah, just press it.
Oh, I missed that. Is it a GoPro? Is it like
yeah, no, it's a GoPro session.
Ooh, shiny and expensive.
Cheers. Rock and roll. Oh boy, is that a long one. Okay, let's roll. A long one is better than nothing, I guess. Okay, so I had a 20-minute wait. No orders for 20 minutes, just talking to the guys. But now I'm off. And I just realised, well, I realised earlier that I forgot my light because it was charging. But you can't really see it. But I've got a little emergency one, so I'm just going to use that for today. Well, I have to use it. But it's not so dark now, so I won't turn it on just yet. Do, 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 do. One of the guys was listening to Green Day. They used to play football in the car park until they got into trouble. So here's a good note, something to note, is if you're working in two different areas, well, actually this won't really apply to many people. Because normally what happens is you go to Additions and you just log in and it will log you into the correct area. But now that they've changed the app and you can work in any zone, you have to select the zone that you're logging into, which is good because it means that I can log into Additions from anywhere. But I logged in immediately, well, not immediately, but pretty much immediately. I got a order for a restaurant in REA, which is the other area, the main area. So mild frustration, because the idea, well, one of the ideas I wanted to work for, do some additions time, is because, which way should I go? Let's go this way. It's because I wanted to get my acceptance percentage up, because I was aiming for 75%, but that is just not happening, because I had like 3 KFCs in a row, and I just don't want to go there. I would rather make more money with people that are more likely to tip, with staff that are nicer than not nice. So I let my, hang on, I'll shut up here because it's going to be noisy. So yeah, what was I saying? My 75% has slipped a long time ago, but I would just rather do the things that make me happy. Usually in any job, it's just a fact of life that you're going to have to do some things that you don't like. But at the moment, those things for me are so minimal, because everything just seems to be working quite well. Obviously I'd like more money, who doesn't want more money? But accepting my own orders, working pretty much when I want. Not always, they don't always have availability for me, but most of the time. Thank you. That's the nice thing about talking out loud, is people know that you're there. Ooh, tight. Yeah, I mean, at the moment there isn't a great deal that I don't like. It's always good to make more money, but the incentive-based earnings, I mean, oh, illegal. Breaking and entering. My fault. So I thought this one was going to be a lot further than it's actually going to be, because I'm pretty much just going in a straight line. Oh, what do we got here? Bam, 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 bam. Da, 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 da. So hopefully, what I've done, if you're noticing a difference in quality, is it was on 1080 HD. Who's that? Is that Sam? I don't know who that is. I used to do. He's alright, I like him. People don't really recognise me anymore because I don't carry a backpack, so sometimes I don't get seen. What was I saying? I can't remember. Jesus. So yeah, if this works, oh, that's what I was talking about, the 1080. Yeah, the 1080 drains my 8GB micro SD in under an hour, and it's going to be a bit of a trade-off between quality and functionality, because ideally I'd like a bit more footage than an hour. Am I going to make this? No. Yeah, an hour I think is pretty short. I'll probably buy an extra, like a 16GB or a 32 micro SD at some point in the future. But we'll see how the 720, 740, 1080, yeah, so we'll see how this goes anyway. Maybe it'll be okay. Oh, I really don't like being stationary. Right, we're good. I don't trust cars to stop. Oh, cool dog.
Thank you.
He's a happy dog. Let's go. Yeah, so hopefully the quality will be okay. We shall see. Well, you're seeing it now, we'll see. But it's very nice doing the audio at the same time, because it takes a long time to first of all I have to watch the video, make sure that there's no real bad stuff like people's names and addresses and shit like that. Next I have to listen to it and record the audio at the same time, and then I have to render everything, and obviously it takes a bit more time with the audio. Maybe it'd be quicker to do it this way with the audio, so it will save me time. But like I say, if anything really interesting happens, have any real near misses or something like that, then I'll do the commentary. Right, we're getting closer. Not far. 19. Okay. Let's roll. Probably going to turn my light on soon.
You abandoned the baby?
So this is private property strictly, but nobody's ever stopped me. No one's ever minded. I could always say, I mean, I've delivered to these buildings before. I could always just say I was delivering if I really upset somebody, but I think as long as you're relatively respectful, then it's all good. It's all good in hood. And we're very close to our drop now. I love how I say we. I'm talking to you guys, I'm not schizophrenic. At least I don't think he is. Do, 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 do. And I think I can see the road that I'm going to now. See, so that wasn't too bad. If you know the way, it can be okay. We're painting across the sea. Alright, let's go this way. Cheeky. Oh, I need a pee now. Leave this here. stay. Hello.
Hello.
There you go. Enjoy your food and have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Right, happy days. Let's get back to additions. You see, if you didn't know where that one was, then that would have been a monster to get to, especially if you followed the route as suggested by Deliveroo. I took some unorthodox shortcuts, but I much prefer the way that I went to the way that they suggested. By a million miles. Better get the light on. Now I imagine this is a pretty crappy. This is the one that they used to give you for free. Well, I say for free. You still have to pay a deposit. But that's that one. What's going on here? Hello, Governor. I don't know what he's up to. Oh, I've got to pee. Too much coffee. Yay. Anybody else find that it's easier to ignore needing to pee when you're cycling than it is when you're stationary? Maybe it's just a distraction, but come on. Jesus, lights. Right, there's my window. Shit, bad idea. Yep, I'm not going to lie, that was a mistake, but I really got to pee. Fortunately, nobody got annoyed at me. Bloody hell, she was on a mission. You ever find that people that don't have a great deal of confidence or ability to cycle, and I'm not really insulting them, like I don't really mind, because you can normally spot them by a bit of a wiggle, like they aren't steady. But people that aren't that confident come at you like bloody kamikaze pilots. They're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. I've experienced that a few times. I don't mind that much. Everyone's got to learn. It's better to be, as long as they don't do something dangerous. It's better to be an inexperienced cyclist trying to get experience than somebody sat behind a car causing traffic and pollution. And let's face it, if a bike hits you, typically it hurts a lot less than if a car hits you. Yeah, I'm going to put my hands up and say I shouldn't have pulled out in front of that junction earlier. That I didn't realise how fast the van was going on my right. And I didn't have good visibility on my left because there was a car blocking it. That was a mistake. But yeah. Hopefully that girl doesn't see it. But if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, then it's not the end of the world. But you know what? Sometimes it's good to be reminded that you're not infallible. And you make mistakes, because let's face it, even the best cyclists make mistakes. Let's see, have I got an order? Nope, that's alright, I don't mind. boxed in. Oh, it's not too bad. There we go. And we're off again. Oh, am I hungry? Didn't eat enough today. I don't think I got any food in me either. I was travelling light again today because I liked it so much yesterday. Right, which way is going to be the quickest way? If that's closed. Not that way. Bloody hell. Puts me on the wrong side of the road. Damn it. I've got to go back. Oh, big job. Go and see if we can find our I think that was them, wasn't it? Our breakers and enterers. Let's go and see if they're still there. How do you guys feel about zebra crossings as a cyclist? Because to me, I feel guilty. Can you see him? I feel guilty about using zebra crossings as a cyclist because, I don't know, it don't really matter. Yeah, cheers for that lady. Overtake me and slowly filter into me. She wasn't a rocket scientist, was she? Right, let's do some lane filtering. It's a bit tight down here, it's probably a bad idea. We might have to just slow down. So here's the thing about additions. You got to keep coming back, at least with the other area, the main area. Like sometimes you get restaurants allocated. Thanks for the indication. You get restaurants allocated which are relatively close to you. Here you always have to come back, and that's not a problem if they're close, but when you keep getting sent to like the edge of the area, boy does it start to weigh heavy on your optimism. But let's hope that the next one comes soon and the next one is a nice close one. But first I gotta pee. I'll tell you what would be funny. It'd be funny if I get home and I find out that none of this is recorded and I spent the whole shift talking to myself. That would be amusing. Love to smell a skunk in the evening. we are here. So I'm going to kill the camera. We'll pick it back up in a moment. Should have worn more clothes.
Crazy. Today in the afternoon is hot. Now cold in half hour. Change the weather.
Yeah, you were right, Sam. It is the way you think it is. Yeah, it's that crazy hill.
That's alright, man.
You know, the crazy one that's like that.
Oh, yeah, and it's got steps on one side.
Yeah. See you later. So, yeah, so I'm going to do 2 for the first hour and a half in additions, and then straight after that I'm going to move over to the other area and do the regular restaurants for an hour, and then I'll come back and do broken glass. Then I'll come back and do another hour in addition. Sorry, I've got hiccups. I had a lollipop. Yeah, so I'll finish off the night by doing the last hour in additions. I was just talking to one of the guys who does like the admin thing for additions about order allocation. And I suppose if I don't give names, then I can kind of say what he was saying. None of it was official, so don't go to the press or anything. But he was saying, as far as he can make out, it does appear that the motorcyclists get assigned orders before the cyclists, which is no surprise to anyone, let's face it. But then he was talking about how the person who designed the algorithm that allocates the orders used to work for NASA, which sounds pretty cool, but then again he could have been making coffee for NASA, so who knows. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And he was saying it works on so many different factors. So let's not try and double second guess too much how it works. But I have to say that there's the guy, Zach, he on the electric bike, he's doing like regularly four drops an hour. So which way should I go? We can go this way. Yeah, we'll go this way. Yeah, he regularly does 4 drops an hour when I'm only assigned, like I wouldn't even be able to be assigned 4 drops because it would take me longer than that. But also sometimes I'm not busy, he's doing 4 drops an hour, which is, and somebody was saying today that one of the factors for the allocation is speed that people complete orders. And I would say I definitely would agree with that, because he's so fast, he's getting more orders allocated to him. So that looks like that's true. But you can second guess how they do it until you're blue in the face, and it doesn't make any sense to do that. Just go with it and just hope that the algorithm learns over time, which but if it suits somebody else, if it suits you, it probably doesn't suit somebody else. What's going on up here? Is that a cyclist with a problem? somebody's pushing their bike, which isn't really a good sign. Let's go and inquire. Oh, he's cycling now. Maybe he's just on a drop. I think I know who that is. Thank you. I think he's got an electric bike. Tight. Right, let me just think about which way I'm going to go. All right. I'm going to go this way again. It's going to be half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. But oh, Christmas lights. What's that about? Left or right, left or right. Done. Done. Let's go left. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's seen me. This guy, the other day, he's handing out leaflets for this Indian restaurant, and I'm cycling past him. Okay, it's not obvious that I'm working for Deliveroo, but he tried to stop me whilst I was cycling past him to get me to go to this Indian buffet, which is up there. What? I just laughed. It's not nice to laugh in people's faces, but it made me chuckle. See me? Oh, that's lucky. Which way's he going? It's right, don't worry about indicating. You see, the dangerous thing about me talking out loud, giving a commentary, is when I say something that somebody doesn't like and I end up getting decked. I'm sure that won't happen. Which way are we going to go? Let's do something naughty. This is not the best way to come. Split second decision, made a mistake. Oh, green light, green light. Red light, red light. Oh shit. He was going faster than I thought he was. Oh, we're not far now. Right, so I'm going to trust the app this time, because where I'm going, the road is split by a staircase, so I can go one or two ways, and I'm going to trust the GPS that it's sending me to the right spot. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Deliveroo. Oop, big one. That was a good workout. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, right one. There you go. Enjoy your food. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Right now, I need to stay. Sign out of this area. Change area to REA and then log back in. Couldn't go online. What? No, I just changed that.